In the Scratch lesson, we are going to learn how to create a clock. This is a standard digital clock with hours, minutes, and seconds. So in order to do that, we're going to go to data and create three variables. One for hours, one for minutes, and one for seconds. Now, in itself, you can have hours, minutes, seconds, and this could be our clock once we get all of these guys sticking. Now let's worry about the seconds first. How can we make this number of seconds count down in an accurate manner? Well, right here you see this orange block, change seconds by 1. Every time I click it, the seconds go up by 1. And if we can make that happen once a second, then we have an accurate seconds counter. So if I just go into the loop and I say forever, now if I do this, it's going to go blah and explode. So I probably need to set seconds to 0. And I need to increase them by 1 once a second. Now how do we make that happen once a second? We just wait for 1 second. And now it's going to be ticking. That's great. So once we get the seconds ticking, we need to go to 1 minute when we get to 60 seconds and send the seconds back to 0. Well, let's try to do that before this gets to 60. We're going to need to take an if statement, and we need to say if seconds is bigger than 60. So the bigger than block right here, and the variable seconds. So if seconds exceeds 60, keep going. If seconds exceeds 60, then set seconds to 0 and change minutes by 1. And presto! Right, that turned out to be just fine. Now you could probably guess that we need to do something very similar for hours. When minutes gets to 60, we need to increase hours by 1 and then set the minutes to 0. So we can almost just duplicate this block and change seconds with minutes, and then we set minutes to 0 when minutes gets to 60, and then change hours by 1. And how do we test all this? Well, I don't know how fast we can make it tick, but if I go 0.001, I think this clock's going to go flying. And it is. So now it's ticking really, really fast at like 1,000 times the speed. So we should get to 1 hour, 00, pretty soon. We should be able to observe it. So as our clock is about to hit 60 minutes and turn that into an hour, I'm going to set you your 2 next tasks. The first one is going to be relatively easy, but a lot of fun. You can create your own Scratch stopwatch. The way you create a stopwatch is you're going to use minutes and seconds, but you can also use hundredths of a second simply by, doing exactly what I did here. For 100, you wait 0.01. For 1,000, you wait 0.001. And oops, in that time, as you can see, our clock works just fine. And if we were to set this to seconds, we'd have to make sure we stop it. But right now, it ticks away like a real clock. So your first task will be to create a stopwatch. Your second will be to create a real-time clock, sort of a calendar clock, which is going to tell you the date of the year, the day of the week, and the time of the day. And Scratch within it has one magical block that you can use for all of that, this particular block. So if I click on it, current minute, so it's basically 11:54 a.m. and it says 54 for current minute. For current hour, it's going to show you 11. And it's 2015, so as you can see, you have a data block. It gives you a variable for all of those. So you can create sort of a calendar clock to go with this one. So best of luck with that.